Good morning, Winter Park. We're back with our guest, Eric. He's a young entrepreneur, and I hear that you own a coffee business.
Yes, it's true. My wife and I, we got involved with a coffee business that's in Kona, Hawaii. We were part owners with the, we founded it back in 2013, and started off as a small sort of plan to be just a little coffee shop. And we ended up getting into a massive, huge space right on the water, and a two-story building with a roaster, and we have now a restaurant, and it's got a full bar, a bakery, and we're just opening up our third location probably at the end of this month. All three locations are in Kona, Hawaii. It's called Daylight Mind, and it's a really great place. If you're ever in Kona, Hawaii, I highly recommend it.
So you own businesses in Kona, Hawaii, but you live here. How does that work, and what drew you to Grand County? Because we love having young professionals here.
We actually, my wife and I actually started in New York. We both grew up in New York, and we sort of went down the traditional path. We both went to school at Marist College in New York, and graduated with regular degrees. And I ended up I was working for IBM for several years, and she was working at a software company. And we sort of decided at some point we kind of wanted to go down a slightly different path and get into instead of
Kona would be slightly different from
where a lot of
New
our
York.
friends were sort of getting ready to buy a house. We were like, let's get a business instead and see where that goes. So we actually went to Kona originally from Boston to sort of meet people who are familiar with coffee and learn as much as we could about in a growing region, because it's pretty hard to talk to experts on coffee who know anything before the coffee is really green. So the coffee is green and then it's roasted. A lot of people in the United States know a lot about roasted coffee, but it's a little blurry about the production of coffee. We thought that'd be really important for us to learn about so we could be fluent, as our original plan was to buy a coffee shop.
Okay.
And so
shifted.
That shifted a little bit. So we spent 7 months. It's called woofing, where you volunteer on different farms. They provide you with housing and food, and you just basically learn and work on the farm. So every weekend we pretty much worked 4 or 5 days a week on the coffee farms, doing various jobs. We thought that was a good way to learn. And then on the weekends we had a little moped. We would drive around through Kona, Hawaii on a moped together, and we would just go to different coffee farms and ask them questions, go on tours. And what we did was, while we were there, we hired a consultant to get a really in-depth, this person named Sean Steinman. He's one of the top coffee scientists in the country.
He's a big deal in coffee.
He's a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got several books, really good, young guy, really knowledgeable on coffee. So we hired him, and that relation is actually what got us involved in the coffee shop out in Hawaii. Okay. Originally we were supposed to be in New York, but the way it worked out was it was in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, and then Winter Park. So how did you transition from Hawaii to Winter Park, and how do you manage your businesses still from here?
So right now, Casey and I sort of we're sort of just partners at this point. I'm still a member of the board of directors, but operationally we're not as involved as we used to be.
Right.
The company's turned into a much bigger thing than it originally was, and we kind of have that going right now, and we're sort of moving in a different direction for other things. But as that continues to grow, we wanted to move to Colorado, or a place where we could ski. She got the ski bug a few years back. And
in Hawaii?
Actually, we were traveling from Hawaii. We were going to different ski. We kept coming back each winter. We went to Park City a few times, Jackson Hole, and she just loved it. She never really skied before that, and it's weird because we were in Hawaii when this happened, but she loved it, and we basically said, at this point, why don't we see if we can get something going in Colorado? Eventually we're going to move back to the mainland, as they refer to it.
Right.
Let's just do it now. And so we made the decision, and here we are.
Here you are.
Here we are.
Welcome. It's very cool. It's always great for us to get to talk to young entrepreneurs and people in our community who moved here and find out why they moved here. So thank you, Eric, for joining us. I hope you're not too much competition for our sponsor, Rocky Mountain Roastery. It has a meeting space, Wi-Fi. It's awesome and fun in Fraser, but
it's a great place. I've been there several times. They have a really cool staff. And
endorsed by a coffee fanatic.
Yeah, so. It's a great coffee place. Good variety of coffee. Like I said, a really cool place to hang out. So we really love it down there.
And you know what goes great with coffee?
What?
Waffles.
Oh, I could use a waffle right now. Where can I get a waffle?
So with that, we'll be back with the Waffle Cabin. So they put chocolate on their waffles. I saw that too. And you can ski up to it, so your wife would really like it.
Awesome.
So we'll be back with the Waffle Cabin, and thank you for joining us. Grab another cup of coffee, and we'll be right back.